Hey, this is Alvin.
Hello, I'm Parapants. What's up, guys?
Hey, we're way late 'cause life comes at you fast.
That's true. And I'm still reeling after that episode 8 of Twin Peaks. If you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, no spoilers. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
This isn't about Twin Peaks. It's about episode
Unless we're
nine.
talking about creamy peaks of ice cream.
Oh yeah, episodes 10 and 11
Yep.
of King's Avatar.
We should be done with this series by the end of the year.
No, I'm trying to finish up before the next season of anime. All right, I guess at this point, I mean, it seemed to be like Lord Grimm's slow, steady rise to question mark, but now it's like, now he's getting attacked, so all that shit's on hold.
Yeah, it only took me about 9, 10 episodes, but I finally have got a hold of Lord Grimm's real name. It's Yecho. So I feel like I've accomplished something, and now I feel like I can actually refer to the actual character now.
I don't want to offend anyone, but I have to defer to the American saying, which is I see it like I say it. It's Yequiu. So to me, that's Yay Q. So,
That's terrible.
well, that's what it looks like. I wrote it down. All right. So like, all right, in this episode, we start with like that duel with Poplar Beach. Poplar Beach fucking loses in 39 fucking seconds, and yeah, there's that. And well,
He's playing with Gogo's character.
oh yeah, he's playing with his boss's character, and he still wins because he's the best. And then we get this guy, the analyst with molasses hands. Is that the guy
Okay,
doing
yeah,
the?
yeah. So, yeah, we don't know what group this is, but apparently it's the group that Xiao Tang
It's
plays for, and
the
that's
guy
the
that
talking one.
talks a lot, and it's his
Who is
guild.
so cute. He is adorable.
These character designs are all within 10% of each other.
Well, I mean, his not so much his look,
His
his personality. I go for the goofy ones in this show.
It is pretty fun, like the way he like carries on.
He and Steam Bun are like my favorites because they're so cute.
But his boss, old molasses hands,
Winshow, I think.
sure, he's like sitting there and he's like breaking down. Apparently, he's the first person to come up with, hey, this really, really, really good guy retired, and 2 days later, this other guy becomes
He's
a
the
megastar.
only one that makes that connection.
Everyone else is like, where did this guy come from?
See, the thing is, Winshow's power is that he has an APM of 6.
Yeah, it's really low.
So he has to make up for that in other skills by being like a master psychologist on the playing field.
Yeah, I loved watching his slow ass hands go across
I
the
know,
key.
it's so funny.
I'm like, yeah, I can relate to that guy. That guy gives me hope.
Like they'll have one shot of Yecho like just zooming across the keyboard, and then they'll have another shot of Wincho just like getting up, making a sandwich, and coming back to the computer.
But yeah. So he also breaks down that his underling, the guy that talks a lot, he's like, oh yeah, you were there during this record breaking, weren't you? And he's like, whew, ah.
That's a big con.
Yeah, it's a big cone. So, what? How do they leave that? Does he agree to meet him or anything after that breakdown? Because he's like, he's talking to Lord Grimm,
Yeah.
and by he I mean the talkie guy, and then the Master of Analysis comes in and does the breakdown,
Yeah.
and then how does that scene end?
Well, he tells Shoutan to like
Do they
study him.
do they decide to have their duel then?
I think they do decide to have a duel, but in the meantime, Shoutan. No. They
It-
have the deal before that, and then that's when he tells Shoutan to like study his movements.
Oh yeah, and he's
Because
like, oh, I can only dodge 3. Wait, no, that's after the duel.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like they Lord Grimm. I'm going back to calling him Lord Grimm. Lord Grimm and Winchao like they have this battle. And after the battle, now I'm saying it's implied that Lord Grimm won that battle because they
Well,
have this short discussion after that.
but there's an in between, like
Is it?
yeah, because in between that, the girl that lost the money match dies while reading Concealed Light's breakdown of their boneyard strategy, or his hypothesis.
But I think that happens after the battle between.
That happens after the Poplar Beach battle, but not. Because then I have.
I think your notes are backwards.
No, my notes are perfect. I am the concealed light of this podcast.
The concealed coherency of this podcast.
All right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So
well,
yeah.
I mean, but the point is that when Chao tells him, I forget, but he tells him that the advantages of your undefined class is going to.
Tops out at 95.
Yeah, tops out. Yeah, like the advantages are going to dwindle the closer you get to 95.
Yeah, all right. Well, it's all jumbled up, but let me try to step back. So yeah, they have this discussion, and I think at one point Lord Grimm's like, "Dude's got to eat." I think that's when they break off their discussion.
Well,
and then he's back in his cafe, and he's talking to the girl that lost the money match, and she's reading the breakdown. She gets killed while she's AFK, and then they have the duel. And you say that Lord Grimm wins. I don't think they implied a winner.
No. I think it's implied that Lord Grimm won that match.
No, just because he praised his skills doesn't mean that he won.
I'm telling you, Lord Grimm won that match.
Did you read the novel?
You know what?
Can you understand Chinese?
I can read between the lines. You know what? Let's settle this. You tell me if I'm right or if Alvin's right. I'm saying Lord Grimm.
Are you talking to the audience? There's
yes.
no audience.
Well,
I'm your audience, and I say I'm right.
Well, you know what? When those comments come back and say that I'm right, I want you at the next podcast to apologize to me.
Yeah, good thing nobody's going to listen because we're so fucking late.
Listening.
They're like watching next season already. All right, so yeah, I mean, he's like the master analysis who uses like a bomb-ass wizard or whatever, and he's like Parapants said, he's like, look, your dude's going to top out in 95, and Lord Grimm's like, yeah, I wish the level cap was still 50. I think maybe that was kind of a little metaphor for growing old or something, or a change.
No. I think he's like, I wish the level cap was still 50.
No, he's like, back in the day when the level cap was 50, you would have dominated.
I'm not a kid anymore.
But he's like, right now,
I wish I was a kid again.
You can see the ceiling. But like when he was younger, there was no ceiling.
I actually thought that was a reference to Warcraft.
No, there's not.
Because
no.
wasn't there a level cap at like...
All MMOs have level caps that get raised over time.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's just a reference to all MMOs that get raised over time in their experience.
I just had a birthday, and the effects of age are actually heavy on my mind right now.
Yeah, if only you were 50 again.
When I was shut up. When I was younger, I was like Lord Grimm at 50, but now I can see that level cap of 95. Actually, I'm way past it, and I'm still unspecialized. So I'm getting my ass kicked.
No, Lord Grimm's actually successful in his unspecialized career.
You know what? Don't cut down your partner. Don't do that. Nobody likes that. You're not impressing anyone. All right, so there it is. We have a big cone spit take. Somebody, I don't think you can do this.
You can't spit take food. That's not allowed.
No, you can. But usually it's a drink, but it's like the boss takes a big bite of the big cone, and then someone says something, and she's like, oh, she's like kind of spits it out. I'm like, it's kind of weird to do that with ice cream. Well, I don't know. I thought that was weird.
It's a weird thing for you to notice.
I'm really into this cone. They discuss Concealed Light's walkthrough and how it's pretty much all, is it conjecture or
Well, he's looking at how they're playing, and he's speculating on...
Yeah, speculation, that's the word. So, they're like, oh yeah, this guy is 100% speculation, but he's actually spot on with a lot of his stuff. His girlfriend, Lord Grimm's girlfriend, comes by in disguise.
Jeez.
And then we find out that their whole crew is being hunted. And they start getting attacked in a city, which I think is weird because usually in these games the cities are like no fight zones or no non-consensual PvP.
I remember saying earlier before that would be cool if there was just a massive blood hunt out on
Oh yeah, you did say that.
And so my wish came true. Yay.
So yeah, they're
That's cool. I like that development that they're all after him.
So that's when this episode ends with Steam Bun Invasion hiding in a well, and some diminutive character falls in the well and is about to get bricked, and then episode ends. And then the next episode starts, and it turns out that little guy is Concealed Light. You got something to say?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. There's something about his genie hat that's just like very, very unorthodox.
What?
I don't know. It just seems it's so different from like I've seen so many of these cartoons and played so many of these games, and just like his outfit is just it's different.
It's a little over the top.
No, I don't think it's over the top. I like that it's different. I like that they made him a goofy ass looking genie with a big old fucking what was Johnny Carson's character?
Oh, Karnak.
Yeah, Lord the Great Karnak fucking hat.
No one's gonna know.
They know who Karnak is. Johnny Carson's a damn legend. A goddamn legend.
They're like, how old are these two birds?
You kids are watching your fucking Jimmy Fallon. Alright, so it's Concealed Light, and he looks at Steam Bun's weapon. He's like, hey, where's your orange tier weapon? He's like, man, I can't afford that. So
it just goes to show you how baller Lord Grimm's posse is. They don't need orange weapons.
But so it turns out they're getting hunted by an all level 33 hunting party, and they're like, which guild has that many level 33s? And it turns out all the guilds do if you put them together. All the guilds except for one. Which is it? River Rain
it's Blue Brook. They're not joining the fray.
Yeah, all the top guilds except for Blue Brook are hunting Lord Grimm's crew because they're tired of his shit. I guess. I don't know.
And is this faction, this giant
the anti-bandit joint task force?
Yeah, that's being led by Brother Hal, right?
I don't know who Brother Hal is. Is that the big nose guy?
I think they changed his look.
No, I think that was the leader of Endless.
No, it wasn't.
Something Dynasty.
I was told in the
Excellent
comments,
Dynasty, yeah.
No, I was told in the comments that that's not the leader, and I do recall the leader of Excellent Dynasty being somewhat, hotter.
Yeah, they did spend a lot more time on his drawing.
His look, but this dude is like obviously flustered and mad and stuff, and they mention How a lot.
But hit the nose.
Alvin, I'm telling you, I think they changed his look.
You can't do that. You can't fucking do that.
Am I crazy? Because I know for a fact there was this drunk ass dude from Excellent Dynasty named Hal who hated Lord Grimm, and Lord Grimm told him off, and he's had a bone up his ass about Lord Grimm ever since.
And he has a huge schnoz.
He had a huge schnoz when we first met him, and all of a sudden there's this other dude that's got from Excellent Dynasty that's got it out for Lord Grimm, that it's leading this posse against him.
I'm assuming that's the leader of Excellent Dynasty.
That's not the leader, I'm telling you. You're so wrong. How can you be so wrong on a show that we both watch at the same time?
Jameson? Whiskey? Let me consult my magic bottle.
Anyway.
Alright, so at the mention of Anti-Bandit Joint Task Force, the guy from Blue Brook, he accuses them of catching Chunibyo, which I didn't catch. It was actually a Japanese term for, some kid who acts really mature, like that awkward phase when you're like you're in between like being really young and being a mature kid.
Yeah, when Blue Brook said that, I recognized that word right away. I'm like, oh, I know what that is. I thought that was a Japanese word, but
I think it is, but the translators put that in there. It's kind of
really?
like a wink.
Well, I mean, if it's originally a Chinese word, or if there's an original Chinese variation of it, or something similar, like, please tell me what it is.
I think they might have used it because, like, can you really think of an English word that?
No, we don't. There's no English word for that, and who knows what it actually means? Does it mean the same thing
Maybe.
in Chinese? Like, like somebody who's like a delusional grade school or junior high school kid or something.
Who knows?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, they're all being. Oh, go ahead.
Wait, you forgot the other part about like
what?
No,
I did.
That.
Joint task force. Oh no, I said that already. That all the 7 guilds are hunting him except for Blue Brook.
I'm sorry.
That's cool. So they're running, and then like the talkie guy, what's his name? Xiao something. He asks. he keeps asking Lord Grimm to PK, which I said was player
He's like,
killing.
PK, 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 PK.
Which, like, in Western games, PK, or I thought it was just the act of killing another player. Like, but I guess to them that's like dueling. But I don't know.
You know what? I gotta give it to that voice actor. He's pretty good. He's really good. He can talk so goddamn fast.
Yeah. Well, they might speed
And
his voice up a little bit.
well, yeah, maybe.
All right,
But
so
he's a really good shit talker.
no,
too.
no, he
He's
is fun.
hilarious.
So like he's like Lord Grimm's running for his life. His whole crew is running for their lives in different areas. And he tells them all to meet him in the forest. And then this guy that talks a lot's like, "Hey, you promised to duel me," and he's like, "All right, meet me in the forest." So he meets him in the forest, and he's like, "Hey, here's your dueling opponent." And he points to this mob of people that's chasing him. And at first, the talkie guy, I'm just gonna keep calling him the talkie guy.
Sir talks a lot.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm not fighting a bunch of noobs," but then the noobs are like, "Who's that guy? Get him!" And then they're like, "Wait a minute, that guy's some scrub. Fuck him. Let's
He's
go get
only
Lord Grimm."
27. Fuck that dude.
And then the talkie guy goes after him and wrecks their shit, and actually manages to get the sword from one of the noobs. So
So
apparently,
you can corpse loot.
yeah, apparently you can loot the corpses of other players. I mean,
Glory lets you do so many unorthodox, unconventional things in an MMO.
but everybody's like, "What the hell is Lord Grimm's weapon? Just fucking kill him and take it." And maybe that's what
They're trying to do
no,
that.
they did not say we want to get a look at that. They're just doing this just because they hate him.
Well,
If somebody would have said like, "Hey, I know one
Well,
way to there's
look,
one way to
look.
get to the bottom of that weapon, and that's just kill him and
well,
take it."
it's not just the weapon that makes them good.
No,
if
I
it was
know.
just the weapon.
But the weapon is a mystery. I don't think anybody knows the recipe for that weapon. And plus, if they take it from
Special
him,
recipe.
that'll really knock his shit back. Like, I mean, he'd have to make a whole new one. That would take him some time.
Well, I kind of wish the weapon was a little bit more interesting looking.
Yeah. Well, we're
Just
not. I'm
a
not.
little bit, just
Well,
a
it's
little
important
bit.
that it's an umbrella. I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna harp on the umbrella again. But introducing corpse looting now just feels kind of weird because that's like a major motivation. If you can go out there and loot
Yeah.
corpse, why would you spend that much money on? If you're that good,
Exactly. You
Why would
wouldn't
you-
go shopping. You would just like
just go steal an orange
kill
tear.
people.
So I just think it was kind of. I mean, I know I haven't read the novel, but it just feels like it was thrown in just for that scene. I mean, because
I mean, like you have unconventional PvP.
well, a non-consensual PvP in a public zone,
yeah,
in a public area.
non-consensual. Yeah, you have like
You have corpse looting.
you have corpse looting. You can ambush people from you can hide from people.
No,
from just,
there are like if you're like a rogue in World of War, there are classes that can hide
Yeah.
with skills, but they're not using skills.
But
They're
it
just,
seems like everybody has this skill.
well, see, that's what I was complaining about before, like where it's not a game, it's just another cartoon.
You can also walk into trees somehow.
Oh yeah, well, like you said, the physics in this game are way too realistic. I don't know. I've harped on that stuff before. It's just, it seems like the writer like conveniently forgets that it's a video
too
game.
Convenient, yeah.
I wonder. I'd be curious to know what games the author have played or based this on. I mean, I know somebody said it was based on MapleStory, but I wonder, like, I don't know. It just takes, I don't know. Whatever. Maybe you can corpse loot in MapleStory. I never played it.
You know what? This is maybe a lot of the things that we see in the show aren't in the novel. So
Yeah, maybe.
who knows?
All right, so talkie guy loots an orange tier sword. It's like kill a rando, get a fucking orange tier sword. And so there's a big fight. All the anti-bandit task force people are fighting Lord Grimm and his friends. And then somebody in the internet cafe is like, "Hey, asshole, go give me a fucking cone.
Give me a cone. Give me
A
one of those
goosh.
big cones.
Give me a fucking McDonald's cone.
You sound like, hey.
Hickory dickory dock. Your ass is still on the clock."
Oh, hey, internet boy.
I can't. You were like,
Hey,
why doesn't he get it himself?
Cone jockey.
But like, I can understand like if you want people to be at your internet
no,
cafe.
No, that's a good point.
It's like, oh, just keep sitting at your freaking station, and if you want food, we'll get it for you. You don't ever have to get up. You can sit there until you fall over and die. So all of a sudden, Lord Grimm has literally his greatest challenge is finishing this fight before the customers get upset because he hasn't gotten up.
Hey,
got their
Jake, where's my cone?
He's like, I'll get it my goddamn self.
So,
He's like,
no,
shit,
no, no,
shit,
no.
shit.
Shit. Well, keep your fat ass in that chair. I'll go get your cone.
I wish there was a resolution. Like, these episodes just kind of end. They just kind of end. And I know it's a continuation, but it's... I don't know. It would have been nice just to see him like go back and give the cones and like
kind of struggle a little bit.
Well, it'd be like, oh, he managed to do it. The end. But instead, it's just like, well, we just assume that he did it. Come on.
Well, it's like showing people not dying, and it's just like, or showing people losing a battle. It's just there doesn't seem to be a willingness to show resolution.
Somebody did write in the comments earlier about like different storytelling styles.
Oh.
And
I missed
something related to that. Yeah, we'll have to go back and read it again.
Oh yeah, you definitely read that.
But what else?
If this is a convention, then yeah, okay. It's kind of odd.
I do like how they work the cone into the plot. It was just like it was so unapologetic and just blatant.
No, I mean, if it were more, it was like, give me one of those Oreo cones with the like, caramel and the fresh ice cream.
They're like, get me a big cone. Is that a code? And then someone's just like, no, he's obviously a worker in a store and he has to go get a cone. That kind of took some of the air out of it. I'm like, really? How did you know that? It could have been a code. You don't know.
What a big cone.
Yeah.
Well, they probably visit those internet cafes too, so maybe they
Yeah,
order
you're right.
big cone. How popular are these things?
The cones?
In China. No, how popular are these
cafes?
Internet game cafes in
They
China?
got like 1 billion people. Everything popular is probably way more popular than it is here.
Do we still have a lot of internet cafes?
No, because we just buy our own goddamn computer.
But we used to.
We used to have some. That's back when, I don't know, I think the cost of computers was like prohibitively expensive and like I don't know. Some reason I don't see any anymore. Well, I mean, in our part of the United States, there's a lot of stuff that's popular elsewhere that doesn't happen because real estate's kind of expensive.
Oh god, yeah.
Like they still have go-kart tracks and ice rinks and roller rinks and bowling alleys. We don't have any of that.
Wait, what are you talking about? We have that.
Not on the west side. We don't.
Yeah, well, yeah, because where we are, everything's too expensive.
That's what I just said. The land is so expensive that all that fun stuff doesn't exist here. So there are probably internet cafes around, but not here anymore. Can't make it work. Can't make enough to pay the rent.
You know, and I think now you're giving people the image that we live in some sort of wasteland.
Yeah, well, it's a cultural wasteland, but I mean, it's a very nice place.
Yeah,
but
it's a very nice place.
No.
But yeah, you're not gonna find any fun stuff here. You'll find like 15 different stores that sell yoga pants, but
oh yeah. But all right, so that's it. I'm assuming he got the cone, and next episode, who knows what'll happen? Who knows?
Well, it's the next episode is the last one, right?
I think they'll have another. Yeah, this season. So, all right.
Do you think anything will get resolved? Will anybody else besides Wen Chao realize who Lord Grimm really is?
I think it'll get around, but how do you think they're going to finish the season? What is your prediction?
My prediction is that well, I'll tell you how I would end it.
No,
I would end it.
Go ahead.
I would end it with Excellent Dynasty, the leader of Excellent Dynasty figuring out who Lord Grimm is.
Yeah.
And challenging him.
That's what I was gonna say. All right, let me.
Yeah, shut up.
Wait, is that how you want it to end, or how you think it's gonna end?
How I kind of want it to end, and kind of how I think it will end.
The leader of Excellent Dynasty's kind of been persona non grata, so it'd be kind of, and for him to come out at the very end and be like, "I challenge you," it's like, man, where you been? No, I don't care about you.
It would be, but this would be a great way to reintroduce him and kind of get you pumped for the next season.
I don't know. I honestly don't know how it will end. I think they will bring out the Excellent. I think something bad will happen to Lord Grimm, maybe?
Nothing ever bad happens to Lord Grimm.
He'll get a major setback.
Well, he'll have 3 customers demanding codes.
I think it'll end on a cliffhanger where it's like, oh no, he's really fucked now, and then it's like, tune in next season.
Oh, he gets fired from the internet cafe.
No, he's gonna be there. I can tell. They're not.
Go-Go's not gonna let him go.
No, they're not gonna design another environment to keep animating over and over again.
Like, how about like whatever gangsters own that internet cafe?
What?
They put the pressure on Go-Go to pay up her blackmail money.
They have to earn enough money to save the rec center? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they gotta earn money to save the internet cafe from the gangsters.
I think that internet cafe looks pretty swank. I think they're doing fine. Yeah, I don't know what the cliffhanger will be, but I think he will be in quite the pinch. And I know everybody else knows how it ends because they've read the novel and probably watched the episode.
Everybody's seen the end of this except us.
Yeah, well, we will eventually watch that episode and make another show. All right, that's it.
Night. Dun dun dun.